At $150, the Arrma Grom is one of the best bang for the bucks you can get right now for a mini off-road truck. This thing is a lot of fun. It's actually pretty quick too for a brush motor. I hit 22 miles an hour with it, but there's always room for improvement. And for those that want to go faster, well, you got to go brushless. And that's what we're going to do today. I got my hands on a Furitek brushless system for the Grom, and it's going to make this beast a lot faster. This setup right here goes for $99.99. And what you get is you get the Paso speed controller, you get a Scorpion 5600 kV motor, and a servo mount, which is going to give you a mounting plate for the system. Now, this is a plug-and-play system, but you're going to need a receiver because we're eliminating the 2-in-1 system that's in the truck. Here is the Paso speed controller. It's 2 to 3S capable, 40 amp, 70 amp brushless sensorless speed controller. I think it actually does brushed as well, but it's actually going to go use that. Everything's set up with the plugs that you need. So there's your IC2 plug, and there is your motor wire right there. It's got a nice aluminum case to it, a little bit of fins right here, I guess for some cooling. There's your on and off switch. And there's where you're going to plug in these other cables that they give you. This is your sensor wire for hooking up the motor so you get that smooth throttle feel. Then this is the signal harness here. Now here is the motor, and look at this. That's pretty cool. I love the way they have the red and black, just adds a little cool factor to your truck. But anyway, this is a 5600 kV motor. Plenty of mounting options in case, I guess you could probably swap this out to another micro vehicle or mini vehicle if you wanted to. But this is definitely going to boost the power of the truck. Also included is this servo mounting plate, and let me pop it out of this box. Look at that. Carbon fiber. Absolutely love carbon fiber. Aluminum mounts for the servo, and what's going to happen here is it gives us a surface so we could go and mount the speed controller. Circle back around to the receiver. So I'm going to go with the Spectrum SLR 300. It's an SLT protocol, and I should be able to bind it to the factory radio system. It just saves on cost a little bit. Some people say you should buy a whole radio. You could do that if you want to, but if you want to go the cheapest route, I'd go with this. So we're up to $125 right now for the upgrade. Again, keep in mind that the truck is just $150, but I think this is going to make a big difference in speed. Let's do a quick run through on the installation. First, obviously, you're going to want to pop off the body. Then you're going to want to take your servo out. This is done by removing the 2 screws from the bottom, and you're going to want to remove the screw out of the servo arm. Then take the servo off the stock mount and transfer it over to the new Furitek mount. Next up, remove the top deck. You're going to want to take all the screws out of the front and back of the top tray. Don't forget the one in the center. Pinch the top of the front brace, pull up on it, and it should pop out. Slide up the rear as well. You may need a screwdriver to help you. Now the motor might actually come out with everything, and that's good. You're going to want to remove the motor plate and pinion gear, and then transfer that over to the new motor. Drop the motor back in place and adjust your pinion gear if necessary to make sure it's in line with the spur gear. Now put the top brace back on, screw it down. Now's a good time to put the servo back in with the new mounting tray. And then you're going to want to install the included wires. Be very careful with the sensor wire. You don't want to break those wires. And then with 2-sided tape, stick the ESC down to the plate. Plug all of your signal wires into the receiver. If you didn't bind your radio to the new receiver, now's a good time to do so. Mount your receiver to the chassis with some 2-sided tape. Neat up the wires with a zip tie, and this bad boy is ready to go. So another cool feature with this system is it links up with the Furitek app. It's Bluetooth, and what you could do here is you could adjust a lot of the parameters on your speed controller. First thing I like to do is just go into the firmware to make sure it's up to date. And oh, we've got an update there. It's uploading. Now we could just check out some of the other settings here. So you go into your telemetry, and you can check out your throttle curves. And then you go through and just adjust different things. You got your different modes, your voltage cutoff, forward, reverse, brake, drag brake. Oh, here you could change your timing, turbo. That's very cool to mess with. I'm just gonna leave everything stock. So there's a lot of different things that you could play with. Again, just gonna leave it stock so you guys can see how it performs. And I'm gonna head out right now and see what speeds this thing hits. Well, I picked a really windy day. Hopefully the audio's good on it, but I've got the stock 2S battery pack in there, got my GNSS on the hood, and we'll get this thing going. Start. Yes, I said it. I know I said it. We're just going to take off with it. There we go. Now it's got some bottom end rip to it. Looking good. Spin it around. We'll just do a full rip flyby so you can see how fast it is. Yeah. That's cooking now. Braking is good. Let's see what we got for a top speed. And 29 miles an hour. That's pretty awesome. Let's try it with the 3S pack. 3S pack is in. We'll fire this back up. Can't wait to see how it takes off with 3S. And it's going to punch it. Whoa. Okay. Oh, man, that was wild. Okay, redo. That was a bit wild. I wasn't expecting that. We're going to have to roll into this one. Yeah. Power now. Braking is really good. Nice and smooth. Watch this fly by. Ready? Motoring. Look at this thing. Oh, man. It's a rocket now. That's insane. All right. Can't wait to see this one. 42 miles an hour. Just throwing in a 3S pack with this system. That's pretty impressive. You know what, guys? I went into the advanced mode, turned on the enable boost and the enable turbo. Let's see how fast it goes now. I think we're going to need a longer run up, so I'm going to start down here. Here we go. Motoring now. Wow. See if I get a little bit more of a run up coming back. Here we go. At full throttle. Look at that monster. Whoa, major brakes. Got the truck slowed down. Ooh, shaking a little bit there. 45 miles an hour. Awesome. It's ripping. Oh, 46 on that run, on the backup run. 46 miles an hour on 3S, that's a pretty wild speed for the Mojave Grom. And who knows, if I turned up the boost and timing when the battery pack was still fresh, maybe I would have gone a little bit quicker. Nonetheless, that thing was just a rocket ship on the asphalt. Really cool to watch it speed by. And the braking was on point as well. Just getting this thing slowed up and the truck just driving straight. Really fun to drive. But there's something I need to warn you about when running on 3S or adjusting your boost and timing. That's going to generate heat in your electronics, so you're going to want to monitor your temperatures more often. Now, I think on 2S, it's really drivable. That's where you're going to have the most fun with it. It's not going to flip over on you. You don't have to worry about overheating. You should still check your temperatures, but I just found the power band really smooth with this. Love the braking. Again, it is an awesome upgrade for the Mojave Grom if you're looking to go to brushless. Now, there's something else that I should say. You know, the differentials in here, although they are the V2, they are susceptible to stripping out if you're really hammering on the throttle. So you may want to consider getting the upgrade differentials for it, which are all metal, and that will put up with the increased power from the system. If you're hungry for more speed with any Grom, I'll have links for this in the video description below.